like for you living with autism?
Well, let's say a typical work day. So it's an effort to make myself have a shower because there's a thing called executive function, and um, so I feel overwhelmed by the smells in the shower. I'm sorry, I feel overwhelmed by the steam, the so many processes of actually having a shower, taking your towel to the bathroom, taking your clothes to the bathroom. So I don't see having a shower as one thing. It's this multiple stream of things. So everything's overwhelming. So many things to process. And then of course you get to work, and then you've got to acknowledge everyone. And I'm like, okay, I've just been on public transport surrounded by people, and I just need to think and let my thoughts settle. And then everyone wants to talk to you, of course, and so you've got to have a conversation even while your mind is overloaded with all of these things.
For our viewers out there who are not living with autism, can you describe what it feels like for you?
It's bittersweet, so there are definitely challenges to it. There's like, I've written about 6 business plans, I've written project plans, I've written 5 books, I've got a blog and 2 podcasts. So I know that I'm capable of doing, of completing pieces of work, you know. I know I'm capable of communicating a message to other people, I'm capable of networking people together. But when you get into a work environment, people, you say something inappropriate that you don't realise is inappropriate, and they look at you with scorn, or they talk to you with absolute scorn, and it's heartbreaking. So there are little things that you know you've got strengths, but other people see, you know, they put words in your mouth. Like, I choose my words very carefully, and people say, put hidden meanings into what I say. And can I give you an example?
Please.
Okay, so there was this, my first part-time job that lasted more than a week. So I was there for maybe 2 months. And I wrote a letter to thank my boss for giving me a job. And it was heartfelt. And the next thing I know, the administration manager came over to me and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're leaving." And I was shocked, and I thought, I'm leaving? I didn't realise I had quit. But just her certainty that I'd given her a resignation letter was, I just felt like I had no recourse to stand up for myself and to say, no, actually, that was I'm thanking you for giving me a job.
What have been some of the positive or wonderful things also that have occurred?
I don't know how to answer that because there are so many. So I've got values. So my values, I love my values. I feel like I'm compassionate. I care deeply about the environment and about social justice issues, and so I think they're values that I get from autism. Yeah.
If the Prime Minister was sitting here right now, and he's probably watching this tonight, what would you like to say to him?
That so I was trained to be a cultural community development officer. So I had the privilege of reading policy documents and being involved in researching and writing policy documents. So I know that all these things about autistic people are all there in these recommendations and policy documents that are given to cabinet ministers. So it's all laid out. So if they just take the recommendations at face value and just follow them in full, it would create such a more welcoming environment for autistic people. Because it's already there. People have done the research over many, many years.
And Karletta, what would you say to the thousands of people out there watching this right now who are living with autism?
just keep fighting. Keep fighting for support services. I've contacted Disability Queensland maybe 4 times, and I still haven't gotten the supports I need. I need an occupational therapist. I need someone to help me clean the house. I need someone to help me sit down with, make sure that, you know, I just need someone to be by my side, talking to me, making sure that I actually do my house chores. Like, I can't motivate myself to do those kind of things. So just, I don't know, keep fighting for, and just keep asking over your life for what you need.
And Karletta, finally, is there anything else that you would like to say?
I think I'd like to say something to the parents, and that's, I didn't talk until I was in primary school. So for any parents who, they've got a 3-year-old who can't talk and they think my child is never going to achieve anything, they're never going to move out of home. I'm a living example that just because you're mute when you're young, it doesn't mean you can't be articulate when you're an adult.